Hey everybody, it's Chris with the Droning Company, and we are going intergalactic. I'm here with Nancy Mendonca from NASA, and this is maybe one of the coolest interviews we've ever done. So Nancy, tell us what you do with NASA and what you're doing here at Xpontential 2023.
Thanks. So in the Aeronautics Research Mission Directorate, we are my small office coordinates both down and in across our programs and our projects, but also up and out. We're really excited to be here and engage with the AAM market.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of how you fit into the drone landscape and aviation, tell us about some of the projects you've got going on, how you're working maybe in hand in hand with FAA. What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm definitely really interested in safety, but we're also interested in the market. Making sure there's a vibrant market, because we're really passionate about the public service missions. So can we do search and rescue? Can we do water sampling? To make things life better for everyone. So to do that, we're working both on vehicle technologies, propulsions. We're working on airspace technologies so that the aircraft can fly safely. Working on reducing noise. Working on integrating with the community. We've got several partnerships with local communities to understand where their shortfalls are, what are their needs, and like I say, in here talking to the vehicle manufacturers and the other providers to see what are we working on, where can we team up, and where do we have benefits.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of how that plays into some of the upcoming legislation, some of the Fed, some of the reg, sounds like you're really dedicated to safety. What do you think about some of the things going on with the FAA as it relates to remote ID, aircraft responsibility, pilot responsibility?
They're really doing great things. Like I say, we'll focus on the weather. We just had a weather panel downstairs, but we're working on with the FAA on developing a weather standard so that we can have performance-based standards around weather, and then we can have third-party weather service providers that can come in and provide weather to the small operators, the AAM vehicles, and things like that. And yeah, the FAA is definitely a vital partner and lead in that. So they've been great. They've been awesome.
I'm glad you actually said about weather, because as a drone pilot, one of the biggest things for me is, do I have the weather to fly outside, whether it's wind, whether it's rain, whatever it might be happening. Tell us a little bit about some of the systems you're developing, because I know I'm interested in understanding how to operate more safely in some more adverse environments.
So NASA won't build a system, but we're leveraging our SBIR and STTR processes to engage with companies that will actually build and provide those systems. So we have a series of SBIRs down at Hampton Roads, and they're building a weather test bed for us that we can start to test and see, hey, where do we put the sensors? We really want a cost-effective system that provides you with the data you need, but also a tailorable system. So rural areas, you don't need hundreds of sensors, but in an urban area, you need that sense. You won't need 100 sensors, but you need a denser sensor network. And then in the vertiports, a lot more sensors. So understanding what that is, and then also working with the companies so that they can be out there to provide that network to you.
Absolutely. And now, I have to ask, what's one of the big challenges with implementing something like that to scale?
It probably cost. Yeah. So like I say, we're looking to make sure that the sensors meet performance standards, so they're cost effective, and that the network is designed to know where the challenges are. So you put the wind lidars where you don't know what the winds are, and then you put the ceilometers where it's going to be where you have to know the ceiling height. So, but the ultimate goal is hey, a small U.S. provider could get potentially a subscription, and they get that reliable aviation weather quality data to use, but it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. Absolutely. So, but realizing it's not going to be like, you can use NOAA's website and get the weather from there, but realize, the difference in quality and density and the usage for it. So, great products in NOAA, but would you like better and denser data?
I think so. There's for anybody that's flying drones, really your motto should be data is king. If you are out flying a drone, whether it's for photo, video, whether it's LiDAR, mapping, whatever the case may be, you should always have data top of mind. So yes, as a drone pilot, I would be more interested in denser data for sure. So now, if somebody wants to learn more about the projects that NASA's working on as it relates to the drone community and aviation, where can they go to find out more?
So NASA's website, we have an AAM page on there, and definitely definitely go look at the projects, go look at the efforts, understand better. There's places to reach out and contacts. We have different playbooks and features that go into specific areas, probably much more eloquently than I have.
You've done a great job.
But yeah, and our comms team's just out of this world. So, but the other thing is US DOT has stood up some working groups, and they're releasing an RFI tomorrow to ask for public's comments. So I encourage people to go look for the RFI and and comment on things that are important to them. Where are the gaps? Where do they see the federal government's role? Really would like to have the input as part of that process.
Absolutely. You heard it from her, Nancy. Go to the website, NASA website. I'm really excited about some of the projects you're working on. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Nancy.